Hey Randy, how's it going, man? My name's Eddie. I work with Wakanda Solar powered by SunPower. I just want to make this quick video so you have something to go along with your whole webpage that you're looking at here to hopefully help explain some things and, explain some things we might have questions on. Before we dive into this though, we do always recommend that everyone goes to the homepage of the website first before diving into their specific situation. So if you click on the top left Wakanda Solar logo right here, this will bring you to the homepage of the website. Now, again, this is just an informational website that my buddy and I made. He's my coworker at SunPower. We work for a company called SunPower. So if you go down to step number 2, that's actually where you're going to see all 4 categories of background research that we recommend people do, just to kind of help people, understand what kind of goes into researching solar for your home. So the first thing would be researching the company that you're working with. In this case, it'd be SunPower. Then after that, it's looking at the state incentive. So there's the Illinois Shines program. That's the state incentive we have right now. Essentially, that allows homeowners to go solar, and if you qualify for the credit check, then the state will pay for the upfront costs, so you don't have to pay anything out of pocket to make the switch. The third thing would be the net metering program. So this is huge. This goes away at the end of next year. This is what allows you to store excess energy on the grid, so you don't have to purchase a battery with your solar system, which is huge because batteries, they only last like 10 years and they're like $10,000 to $15,000, and it makes it hard to financially justify going solar if you have to have a battery with your system. And then researching what's going on with your utility company. So in your case, it'd be Ameren. And we've got some information on here on both ComEd and Ameren, the 2 main utility companies here in Illinois. But SunPower, if you click on this link here, SunPower, learn about the company. I just wanted to, make a couple notes about SunPower, the company, because like I said, I think this is one of the more important parts of researching solar because solar makes sense for people. It just really depends on the company you choose at the end of the day. So some background information on SunPower. They're the longest lasting solar company here in the US. They've been doing it for 38 years now. Since 1985 is when they started doing residential solar. Not only have they been around for a long time, but they've installed on over 500,000 homes, not just here in Illinois, they actually work in every single state in the US. But the main reason that most people go with SunPower, and the main reason I work for SunPower, is because of the solar system. They produce and manufacture and warrant the whole system in-house. So everything from the mounting hardware to the solar panels to the microinverters that are on the back of every panel, to the monitoring software that you use. We also do have battery options, but we don't have that. We don't need that just yet in Illinois. And this just makes the warranty really simple because if you're working with a smaller mom and pop solar company, they're going to be outsourcing, a few different things. Like they're going to outsource the manufacturing of the panels, the microinverters. So there's going to be 4 to 5 different manufacturers that they will use, which means that you're going to get 4 to 5 different warranties, which can make it a bit of a headache if anything goes wrong with your system. That's kind of why you see people not getting help when there's issues with their systems, is because they didn't work with a company like SunPower that produces everything in-house. So the warranty is 25 years long. It's completely comprehensive. And if anything goes wrong with your system, it's all comes back to one company. So you just have to dial one number, 1-800-SunPower, if you have any questions. You also get a separate 12-year warranty just on your roof in case there's any leaks or anything like that. Those are the main things I wanted to cover for SunPower, but there are more slides on here, so feel free to do more research, into our reviews, kind of comparing us to other companies and things like that. But coming back here to your page, so the program you're looking at is called Earn with Energy. Now, it's a little different than the way solar usually works because most people, about a year ago, before this came out, they would just get long-term savings. So they'd save $20, $30 a month, and that'd add up to a lot over 20 years. SunPower realized this year that, especially people in Illinois, they need help now, not just 10 years down the road. So this program, Earn with Energy, allows you to take that long-term savings and actually have a portion of it upfront in cash. So again, these numbers are based off of the average power usage that you gave us. So if you want to get more accurate numbers, we can go ahead and do that once we take a look at your Ameren bill on the front page there. It shows how much you use per month. So the upfront incentive that you qualified for is $2,097. Now that's not a small amount of money, that's a lot. And that's what you would get upon installation we would stop by, or a technician, and they would hand you a check worth $2,097. And that's your money. You can use that towards whatever you want. You can use it to pay for the next few years of your power, or you can use it to pay whatever bills are a priority to you. It's your money. And then below the video that you're watching right here, I added a little T-chart in here just to kind of summarize everything. So SunPower, you're getting this cash incentive. With Ameren right now, it looks like you're paying on average $126 a month. Again, that goes up and down, just kind of depends on what time of the year it is, but that's the average throughout the year. With SunPower, it's $111 a month. With Ameren, over the last 20 years, that bill has gone up 4% every year. Now, if you look at 2023, the rates have almost doubled. So we're going with the conservative estimate that this Ameren bill will just kind of go up like it has the past 20 years and just follow inflation, just like most other things in life, and go at a conservative 4%. SunPower, you're locked in at 2.9%. So $111 would turn into $113 next year. It's only going to go up this fixed 2.9%. So you don't have to worry about the massive rate increases that are coming with Ameren and have already came. The 20-year total cost with Ameren, just sticking at that 4% a year, we're assuming it's going to be a lot more for pretty much everyone living in Illinois. But it's for you, since you're at $126 right now, it would be $45,000 over the next 20 years. With SunPower, it's exactly this $42,460. So not only do you get that $2,000 up front, you get like 20-30% of the savings up front, but you also get that other 60 to 80% right here. So you're going to save a total of nearly $5,000 just on the difference between what you would have paid CalMed, or Ameren, my bad, and what you're paying SunPower. Again, here you're leasing the solar equipment, so it's the same situation you have right now with Ameren. It's not like you own those power lines. If something goes wrong, you're not liable for that. You don't have to pay for that. Same thing with SunPower. You don't own these panels. If anything goes wrong, since you're leasing it, other than gross negligence and intentional damage, even things like weathering damage and rodents and stuff like that are included. So you don't own this equipment, which is nice because then you also get a production guarantee on the system, which I'll explain in a second. If you do plan on moving at all, I'm not sure if you are, but you can, once you sell the house, SunPower will help you with that whole process. But it's very similar to Ameren again, because you're just transferring that account to the new homeowner. So they're going to assume from where you left off the same payments and however many years you have left. And since you don't have a battery, and if you are worried about blackouts, then I would consider a generator because that's much cheaper. SunPower doesn't offer those, but I can help you find one if you want. But you are still susceptible to blackouts. So that doesn't change. Then moving on here, after you've reviewed some of this information, just go down here and enter your name right here, your first and last name. It'll let me know that you want to know what the next steps are, and you've reviewed all this information and gotten all of your questions answered. And I'll go ahead and prepare your specific next steps, which in this case I would assume it's just getting your Ameren bill so we get your actual usage, and then scheduling a site survey. It's free of charge to you, but that just lets SunPower know if this project is feasible and if we can do this. And then you have your whole actual SunPower design down here. I put the pages on this web page here, but you can download the PDF if you want to. So solar, you would need 22 total panels, and that's on your house and then on the structure in the back of your yard. Puts you at 102% energy offset, so that means that these panels are guaranteed to produce 2% more power than you're currently using every year. So they would produce 9,797 kilowatt hours. Now, that number is guaranteed. So if they produce, say, 9,000, and you still use 9,624, so that means you had to, they underperformed and you had to purchase 624 kilowatt hours from Ameren throughout the year, SunPower is going to reimburse you that amount. So this number right here is guaranteed, since you're leasing the panels from a big publicly traded company. Essentially, it's taking away the risk of going solar. This page right here just breaks down the finances. It's the same things that I pointed out in the T-charts. And this points out your monthly production. So the thing I want to note here is you can see that these orange bars are how much your solar system produces, and these gray bars are how much your house uses. So you'll see that in the summertime, you're going to be producing more than your home uses, and vice versa in the winter, you're going to be producing less than your home uses. That's exactly where the net metering program comes into play. So all this excess power that you produce in the summertime will just get pushed onto the grid and stored in the form of credits, so that at nighttime or in the winter months when the sun isn't out that much, you're going to be pulling from these credits that you stored up free of charge to power your home. It's kind of like those old phone plans in a sense where, if you had 200 minutes this month, but you only used 100, you would roll 100 over to the next month, in a month where you might need those minutes a little more. Same concept. It's a very simple program. And this shows your 20-year savings, with 2.9% compared to the 4%. Same thing in a bar graph form. And then if you click right here, you can actually download this PDF to make it a little easier to view. And then I just put mine and my coworkers' information at the bottom of this webpage, just in case you want to reach out with any questions. But hopefully all that makes sense. If you do have questions though, I would recommend just scheduling a 5-minute call, just clicking on the bottom right corner here. Pulls up our calendars, and then you can schedule a quick call with us and get all of your questions answered. We're really just here to provide all the information to you and, just kind of help you along this journey. But I hope you have a good rest of your day, Randy. I'll talk to you later. Bye.